Hey guys, Emeka here. How's it going? In this video, I want to talk to you brand new Kindle publishers or soon to be Kindle publishers and talk about exactly what you need to know to get started with Kindle publishing in 2017. All right. Hey, how's it going? If you don't know me, my name's Emeka. I started Kindle Publishing back in 2016, and I started because I was unhappy with my job. I wasn't really fulfilled with it at all. I had a wife and a baby I had to take care of, so not that I have to take care of, I get to take care of, and I wanted to be that supporter and that husband and that father that I knew I could be, but needed some extra money in order to be able to do the things and get the things for my wife and baby that I want to be able to get them. And so I started looking for different ways of making money online. And long story short, found Kindle Publishing and kind of just jumped into it. And prior to this, I had no idea what I was, no idea in terms of making money online, zero experience. But I've learned a lot over the last few months. And part of my nature, as just me being me, is helping others. And that was kind of one of the reasons that I started my YouTube channel, was I just wanted to document my journey with Kindle Publishing, and not just Kindle Publishing, really. It's my journey on going from a regular job to a completely passive income lifestyle. Because when I was looking for people online, and you find the ones that you kind of relate to and you can follow, but they were all making so much money that it was kind of like, yeah, I'd love to have $1 million a year. How do I do it? And thinking back, at least for me, it's a lot easier to relate to somebody who's a few steps ahead versus somebody who's been doing it for years, is hundreds of steps ahead, or thousands of steps ahead. And there's just always a barrier there. And so I was like, well, if I can't really find anyone like that, why don't I just be that person for anyone else who's starting out? And that's really essentially what my channel, I guess, has kind of grown into. You can take a look at my first video. It's horrible. It's embarrassing. I should stop mentioning it in my videos. But, I've grown a lot, and I want to make sure that everything I do, it's on video, it's on my channel, so I can just help and inspire and show others, exactly what I've done to get to the level where I'm at. Like, where am I right now? Okay, well, regarding my job, I still do have a job. It's like gone from full-time to very, very part-time. I work a few hours a day still doing it, not 8 anymore. But, I'm slowly cutting it out. And my goal is by July, it's currently almost May, it's like end of April right now, that by July, I'll be able to film the video of me leaving my job. I have this whole idea in mind, so I'll have the camera there for sure. Don't worry, it's not gonna be like one of those, F you to the boss. Like, I love my boss. She's an amazing woman, and I've known her for years before I started working for her. But, it'll just be a big milestone for myself, for the channel, maybe for all of you, to kind of give you hope to actually see me, like that moment of where I leave my job. And I'm just documenting everything, like I said, so you can watch it, you can learn from my mistakes, you can learn from my successes, you can just learn from whatever I do, in hopes that if you're looking at doing that same type of path, you want to leave your job, you just want to, you like your job, but you need some extra income, whatever the case is, I hope I can be your teacher, so to speak, and just show you the way of what I've been doing. So this video in particular is really just going to be my advice for brand new Kindle publishers, or people who haven't even started yet and they're considering it. What are the things that you want to keep in mind? And, I can only speak from my experience, what's worked for me, what's working for me. one of the powers I think that my videos have is I am still currently a Kindle publisher. Like, I'm not, like, that's my source of internet income is Kindle publishing. I produce books. Like, yesterday I just launched a new book. I have 6 more in the works for next week, and 7th one should be coming in the next few days. So I'm actively in the business. So I just figure I could bring the most updated and most fresh content, to you and to my channels to make sure that you guys are, and girls, sorry I say you guys a lot, I mean the girls too, or women, that you're all doing it the same way, or you're all doing it the right way. And whether or not my way is the right way or not, that's, debatable, but it's the right way for me because it's working for me. And yeah, so anyways, let's kind of dive into it. I got my trusty journal here. But so here's the first thing, and I guess this is a good time to tell you what my overall goal is for the year. Is my goal is to help 1,000 people make their first $1,000 a month with Kindle Publishing. That is what I want to accomplish through my channel, through my blog, and through the other resources that I'll have out there. And that's really what I've been thinking about that for a few weeks, and I think that would be a goal that would really stretch me. But then the impact I could have on helping 1,000 people hit their first $1,000 a month is huge, because remember, it's not difficult going from 1,000 to 10,000. The difficult part is going from 0 to 1,000. That is the hardest part. Making that first dollar, making that first 100, making that first $1,000 online is the hardest part of internet marketing, of Kindle publishing, of anything. It's making the first $0 to $1,000. Once you've developed those skills and you've done that, you just have to do the same thing again and learn how to scale it up. But I want to help people at the very front of the line and help 1,000 people make their first $1,000. That might be, like, I know an extra $1,000 for my family, it's not like it's significantly changed our lives, but it definitely has had a positive impact. And like I said, I'm not one of those people making tens of $1,000s. We're just making a couple extra $1,000 a month right now. Most goes back to the business, but then we also get a little bit for ourselves. And that little bit has been like extra date nights for me and the wife, right? A few extra stuffed animals for the baby. Just, a few extra little things that have just made life a little bit more enjoyable. And it may seem small or dumb or whatever the case, but it's made the small things have made a big difference on just overall life. It's just nicer. And that's cool. And I want to be able to help other people experience what we're experiencing, as a family as well. So anyways, I've been going on 9 minutes with that little intro there. So let's kind of dive into the meats and the potatoes of things. All right, the very first tip I'm going to give you on when you're brand new, you're just starting out, is you have to commit to the process, not the results. Commit to the process, not the results. Now, what I mean by that is you're entering the field of sales. Now, if you have sales experience, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you're brand new to sales, well, there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. And you cannot get too high when your book starts taking off and making a few, sales and whatnot. You don't want to get too excited, because you want to commit to the actual process. When your book's low and it's not working and you're frustrated, and in your first few books like mine don't pan out and you're starting from scratch again and again and again, don't get too low on yourself. Commit to the process. Trust in the process. The process works, right? The process works. Finding the right keywords, finding the right niches, right? Putting out quality books, making sure you got a great looking cover, making sure your description is captivating, right? Making sure your books are ranking for its keyword on the first page in the first few results. You want to trust in the process. Do all the right things, and eventually, it might not happen with the first, second, or third. It might be the fourth, like mine. It might be the fifth or sixth, but eventually, the right things will happen for you. The second tip I want to give all of you is spend time picking the right niche, the right keywords, because 80% of your success is going to stem from making sure that you're picking a niche that's not in over your head. Explain what that means in a second. And keywords that are profitable. Profitable means people are actively searching for them and buying books with those keywords or search terms. Now, a lot of people, go to the Amazon bestsellers list and start looking for ideas there. That's a horrible place to look. The reason it's horrible is because those are the top books on Amazon. Your first book, your second book, your third, your fourth, your fifth or sixth is not going to get into one of those rankings. So don't look for ideas in there. It's too competitive. You have to think outside of the box. That's why I preach, start with your own personal passions and interests. My first 3 books, personal development, weight loss, great. Then another self-help book. All 3 of them flopped. They made a few dollars. My first 3 months, I was sitting at $20 a month income. I put out my 4th book on a topic I'm excited about and interested in. And I go from $15 to $500 to $2,000 the next month in income. Start with stuff you're interested in, you have knowledge on, you're passionate about. You're gonna have greater success that way. Trust me, it worked for me, it's worked for people I'm teaching, it works. So start with your passions and your interests. The third thing I would definitely say, and I started this from the beginning without knowing why I was doing this, but you need to do this because you have to think of the bigger picture always, because you don't know what this business could develop into for you. So you might as well just start this in the beginning, and that's building an email list. Building an email list is so crucial. The reason being is you can't tell what the future holds. When you sell a book on Amazon, you do not get that customer's info. You want to do everything you can to make sure you collect that customer's info. I have a 3-part video series on how to build an email list. Go check it out. I'll leave a link to the description below for that. But you want to get their emails, because not only can you market to them other future books or for reviews and whatnot, you might end up, and this goes back to finding things you're interested in and passionate about or excited about, you might end up building a whole brand around a specific book. That's happening with me. I started off selling these books and they just caught on, and I really started enjoying the process of it. And it started growing. It started growing beyond my control. Right? I started getting invited to events and different things that are related to my niche. And I was like, I'm onto something here. And so now I'm starting to build a brand. And if I hadn't started collecting those emails from the beginning, I wouldn't have the same type of leverage or abilities that I have now, because I've been collecting email addresses from the beginning. So that's a crucial thing. If you're publishing right now and you don't have a lead magnet in your book to collect emails with, like, pause the video right now. Pause it. Go to your book. Put a lead magnet in there. It doesn't have to be great. It just has to be something, and re-upload it to Kindle and CreateSpace. You don't want to miss out on one email, because you never know what the future holds for this business. You don't know. And by having the customer's info. You have more leverage than just relying on Amazon, right? I'm in constant communication with my customers, my clients, my readers, because I have their info. So you're not a Kindle publisher. You're an internet marketer using Kindle Publishing as one leg or one platform. But reality is you're an internet marketer. The money's in the list. You have to make sure you're collecting those email addresses. Number 4. All right. Now this is one that, thinking back to my first few months when I was just, following the instructions and just doing everything I should be. Number 4 is basically, it's never stop learning. I'm an active learner. I'm always learning. I've taken multiple Kindle courses because I'm interested in everyone's methods and seeing, hey, what works here, what doesn't work, and it's just you gotta keep learning. Keep learning, whether that means taking multiple courses on publishing, or it just means watching more and more videos on publishing, getting different people's opinions, right? Everyone has their own opinion when it comes to Kindle publishing in terms of reviews, social media marketing, and everything. Everyone has an opinion, right? But learn and figure out what works good, what works, what doesn't work as good, and maybe you're going to find specific things related to your niche that nobody else thought of, but works super well for you. That's what's happened to me with some things, right? I started applying things that were not in a course because I was like, because I was a fan. I was the market essentially for the books I was producing. And I was like, oh, I wonder if this would work. And I started trying it, and I've been getting great results from it. So always keep learning. This is your business. You got to keep learning. It's so crucial to keep learning. Number 5, master Kindle first before you start looking at other things. In one of my other videos on why people aren't successful with Kindle publishing, it's because they look at so many other opportunities. They start getting excited about email marketing, or specifically affiliate marketing, and they start looking at all these other things, and then they wonder why they're not successful with any of them. Kindle publishing is the best place to start your internet marketing journey, hands down. End of discussion. It has the smallest learning curve, the smallest startup costs, and the skills that you learn from doing this business right are the exact same skills you need to develop if you start affiliate marketing, email marketing, anything else, Amazon FBA. Kindle is just the best place to start if you want to start making some money online. Hands down. But commit to it first. I've spoken about what I did. I committed 8 to 12 months. I said 8 to 12 months, I have to start making money within that period. Otherwise, I'm done. And if you don't know my story, my 4th month, 4.5 to 5 months was my breakout period when my income shot up from $20 to $500 to $2,000, and it's been up, down ever since, and whatnot. But everything else, I was looking at FBA and all these other things, they would have just cost so much more. And Kindle, you're able to turn a profit in fairly quickly when you do things right. And that's an exciting thing. That's an exciting thing for sure. All right, number 6. Number 6 is one that I've spoken about this before, and I know a lot of you are doing it because you come to me, but it's reach out and model others. Reach out and model others. Find out what people more successful than you are doing, and go do what they do. I do that. I did that in the beginning. I do that now, and I will always continue doing that in all aspects of my life, because it allows you to shorten the learning curve, lessen the learning tax, and just get the results that you want. Now, I only model people who are getting results that I want, right? I'm not going to model somebody who's not getting the results that I want. That's just ridiculous. But, you know, I speak on a, you know, consistent, on a regular basis, I'd say, with people who are making, you know, $500,000 a year from Kindle Publishing. I also speak to people who are making $50,000 a year with Kindle Publishing, and everybody in between, because I always want to keep learning. And when I hear what's working for one person, I just try to see, hey, what are your thoughts on this particular topic? Because I want to learn from everyone I can. Everyone has something to teach, I believe. And even some of you have left comments on videos, and just some great tips, and, you know, things I haven't even thought of. And it's phenomenal being able to learn from anybody. And you know, I don't really have much of an ego to say that, you know what, somebody who's starting off, they might even have something that I haven't even thought of. Like, I'll learn from anybody, above me, below me, it doesn't matter. Everyone, I think, has something they can teach you, and just understanding that and being open and asking questions. And you know, guys and girls, you know, when you see somebody who's successful, don't be shy. Message them on Facebook. If they don't reply to you, they ain't worth your time. You don't want to learn from that person then. But just message people. That's what I do. I'd be following somebody on YouTube and find them on Facebook, say, hey, could I ask you a quick question? You know, 9 out of 10 people respond back. And they're like, yeah, I'd love to help. That's human nature, is to help others, right? So I love when I get questions and comments, and I just, you know, I want to know that you guys and girls, you have a place to go to get your questions answered. And because I know what it's like to be new. Still consider myself newish in the publishing world. So, all right. So those are all the tips I got for you guys right now. There is one other thing I wanted to tell you about, and it's my self-publishing blueprint. And what I've done is I have created my blueprint on what I used to hit my success with Kindle Publishing that I've been talking about for the last little bit. And it's available now, myselfpublishingblueprint.com. There's a link in the description below. Check it out. But this is designed, like, I'm going to let you guys know that I will continue to make these videos, and I got a lot more videos that are going to be very detailed. And I'm going to continue to make these type of detailed videos on how to, you know, how to succeed with Kindle Publishing, how to get your business off the ground, and how to make your first $1,000. These videos will be coming for sure. Those of you who want a more in-depth, step by step laid out method for you, that's what the blueprint will give you. It'll give you access to the writing companies that I use, including discounts with them. It'll, like, I show you how I get the best virtual assistants, and yeah, I break it down for you. I give you my ad I place and everything. It's all in the blueprint. You know, I talk about my best practices, the things to avoid, the things that you shouldn't avoid, and you know, I go into detail on how I've built my email list from 0 to I believe it's just over 100 people with this new niche in a matter of weeks. And all of this is in the blueprint, and that's why I dubbed it the blueprint, because just like when you're building a house, you got to have the blueprint first. And the more detail you have in the blueprint, the stronger your foundation is going to be, the bigger the house you can build. And that's really what I want to help accomplish with all of you. With, you know, 1,000 people this year, I want to be able to say at the end of the year, yeah, I was able to help 1,000 people make their first $1,000 online. And I think that'd be a really cool goal. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. You know, let me know some questions in the comments. Facebook, I'm available, of course. I know a lot of you, we chat on Facebook quite a bit. And also inside the blueprint, a lot of you have been asking about a Facebook group. Inside the blueprint, you get exclusive access to my personal Facebook group. You know, I do live Q&A with members, and it's a chance for you to essentially kind of pretty much work one-on-one with me in a group setting, I guess, if that even makes sense. But yeah. So anyways, I'll let you get back to whatever it is that you need to get back to. As always, if you are brand new and you stuck with this whole video, I can tell you are going to make it in this online world. And take a look around at some of the other videos. I appreciate that. If you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you get dinged every time I throw a new video up. Lots more great videos like this coming. Can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Take care.